What up, guys? Kevin here with a movie review, a rare movie review because I don't watch that many movies or even television shows to begin with. But did a little staycation with the girlfriend, and she was in charge of Netflix. And we did watch White Chicks, I think for the second time in less than a year, which is great. The movie's awesome. But then we also watch A House of Dynamite. And I'll just say this about the movie, not to give away my rating, what I think of the movie, but I'll just say this. In relationships, yeah, you break up instantly with someone if they, cheated on you, killed your best friend, killed your dog, shit like that. But mostly you break up with someone because it's an accumulation of things that happen over a period of time. And eventually there's the straw that breaks the camel back, and you go, you know what? I'm done with you. Bye-bye. We're breaking up. This is a straw because she made me sit through A House of Dynamite, and it fucking sucked. It was awful. I mean, I probably wouldn't have gotten through 5 minutes without turning it off if it was just by myself. But she picked it out. She wanted to see it. And I guess to be fair, I think it was like number one on Netflix. So it's like, okay, let's see what people think the number one movie is on Netflix. This movie is awful. What is this movie about? It's like an atomic bomb coming our way. It's going to destroy Chicago. And we were both confused because I don't think we thought it was a movie. I think we thought it was a television show. And it plays like a television show. It's like a half hour of, oh no, the bomb's coming our way. 10 minutes to detonation, 5, 7, 2. And then it looks like it's the start of a new episode, but it's just, I guess, from a different perspective. And they play the whole scenario back. Oh, an atomic bomb is coming our way. Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Holy crap, it is something. Let's try to blow it up. And they try to blow it up and they miss. And it's a behind the scenes of what goes on in our government when shit like this happens. And the director is Catherine Bigelow, who did The Hurt Locker, which I enjoyed, but she also did Zero Dark 30, and that movie was kind of damn boring. Okay. Like, all right. But that movie was way more exciting than this. All this movie is a bomb that's going to blow up Chicago and just seeing how the government reacts to it. The bomb actually never detonates. Spoiler alert, never detonates, nothing. It gets to like a minute or two away, and that's when the perspective of the last perspective is from the president, and that's probably the most interesting. The president starring Idris Elba. I love Idris Elba, but I'm like, dude, aren't you from the other side of the pond? Why would you cast him as a president? But it was somebody I know. I don't know anyone else in this movie. You probably do if you watch movies and television shows. But for me, I'm like, oh yeah, Idris Elba, cool. He's always great. And he's great here, but he's just reacting to it. And that's probably the most interesting is he's with this like one dude who has like a booklet of all the targets because they don't exactly know who's doing it. If it's Russia or China, I think they imply that it is North Korea, which it's silly. Like, yeah, North Korea launches shit all the time. We don't take it seriously. And maybe that's kind of what this movie is. It's kind of like that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, like Don't Look Up or something, where like no one takes it seriously and then shit gets real. So like there's a whole part of that little chapter where he's deciding like, do I retaliate? If I don't retaliate, we look weak. And I'm just like, can we just see Chicago get blown the fuck up? Sorry, Chicago, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Me and my girlfriend went, Chicago. We thought it was Ohio, and we're like, who cares? Sorry, part of my family. Bye-bye. And Chicago, yeah, who cares? Bye-bye. But no, we don't even see that. We just see people doing Zoom calls and a lot of phone ringing in the background, which was annoying my girlfriend. It didn't annoy me as much, but a lot of the movie just takes place in a command center and just phones going off the hook and just people screaming at each other back. What do we do? What do we do? And then they try to blow it up and it fails. And yeah, it's boring as hell. It's boring as hell. Cause like right away you're like, yes, let's see Chicago get blown the fuck up. And it never does. The movie ends with Idris Elba at a WNBA practice thingy. I don't know. It was. I think they were trying to make him have like a George Bush moment. Remember when George Bush was reading to the kindergarten class, and he finds out about what's happening? That's kind of how they try to portray it. Except they all freaked out and like grabbed him when he was talking to some like little girls. Like, you can be anything. You can be Larry Bird. I'm not going to be Larry Bird or whatever. But they like rushed him out and he's all freaking out like, Chicago's going to blow it up. And I think that's how the movie ended. I think it just ended and we're just looking at each other like, that was it. We didn't get to see Chicago blown the F up. We don't get to see really what happens, what they're doing next. To me, this movie felt like something that they would show in like history classes or government classes. Like, hey, if you want to know what it's like behind the scenes when a nuclear missiles coming our way, and see what happens in the government, this is it. I don't know how accurate it is, especially with our president now. He'd probably be just like, blow them all up. Russia, China, everybody. Fuck them. Here, I guess it's probably a more realistic, if we have a normal president in office, what that would look like. But it's still boring as hell. It's not entertainment. This is not entertainment. This is something you put on a VHS and you send to all the high schools or whoever wants to show it to their class, because that's what this was. This movie was so bad that I think I would rather have gone back to doing just geometry or whatever, learning about God knows what, than watching. You know, when they roll the TV on the stand and they have that kind of rope tied around it so it doesn't fall because the TV is like 500 pounds and you don't want it to fall over and kill Timmy. You know, when they bring that in, you're like, hell yeah, it's going to be a great day. Like, I think halfway through the movie, I would wheel it out. I'm like, can we go back to doing homework? It is that boring. This is a mark against my girlfriend. She doesn't really have any marks, but this is one. And if you're listening to this, she told me to do a review, but I'm sorry, but yeah, you earned this one. That movie was lame as hell. Do not watch A House of Dynamite unless you need, help going to sleep. You're trying to sleep. Yeah, throw this on. You'll be knocked out in 5 minutes. Like, there's really no interesting part of this movie. You could just tell. You could just tell right away, like, yeah, you're not going to see Chicago get blown up. Another weird thing I noticed about this movie, it seemed like it was a lot of just captured footage of just normal happenstances that were going on in like DC and surrounding areas. It didn't feel like extras in the movie. Like, there's a scene where there's like a motorcade, like the president's motorcade. I'm like, yeah, that was probably like Biden's motorcade last year that they took aerial footage of. And those scenes kind of really stood out and bothered me. I was like, oh, that doesn't feel part of the movie. That just feels kind of just someone caught on their iPhone camera and threw it in. Score-wise, 1 out of 10. Gonna dump my girlfriend out of it out of 10. This movie was lame as fuck. One of the worst movies I've seen. I remember Zero Dark 30 just going into that going, oh, this is from that lady who did The Hurt Locker, which was amazing, and leaving that movie and going, yeah, that was kind of lame. And this is just even lamer. Like Zero Dark 30 was a real event. This is just some made up shit that I guess could happen. I don't know. It also it feels like they're trying to be realistic of what would happen, but at the same time, it probably isn't, or at least from a civilian perspective, we'll just see on the news like, oh, this rocket's coming our way. Oh, Chicago's going to be blown off the map. Okay. I don't know, like the behind the scenes stuff, it's kind of what you would imagine. Like, yeah, that's what I would imagine would happen behind the scenes, and just seeing it play out is boring as fuck. I don't care. I assume that is happening. All right, well, now I'm going around in circles. Don't watch this movie. Watch anything else. Literally anything else. Put on a Ken Burns documentary series. Watch that instead. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.